Hello there, and welcome back to Honey Acres Homestead, and happy spring. Today, it definitely feels like spring. We had kind of a cold snap the last few days, and that was following some torrential downpours of some rainstorms that we had. So I'm really glad that that's all behind us, and today is a beautiful, beautiful day. The ground is waking up, the trees are putting out leaves, the dogwoods are blooming. This is an absolutely beautiful day, and it makes us really excited for all that we hope to accomplish this year. Spring is kind of like ready, set, go. You all winter long, you sit and you think about the things that you want to accomplish and you make plans, and then once the weather's like this, it's time to get hopping, time to start moving and getting things done. So winter for us was actually pretty productive. We had a lot of clearing done. We cleared a lot of our woods. We made spaces for things that we want to do this spring. So it's kind of made a mess of our property, to be honest. It's been a lot of piles of dead trees that have been torn down, a lot of mud, a lot of mud. But now that things are starting to warm up and get back to life and things are starting to dry out a little bit, it's time for us to get in here and sculpt this land to be our dream homestead. Peter has come up with some amazing, really exciting plans for this 5 acres that is our homestead. And we've actually sat down and we've made a map and planned out what we want to do and where. And I want to invite you backstage to the Honey Acres Homestead drawing board to show you all the things that we hope to accomplish this year, before winter comes.
So this is a bird's eye view of our 5-acre parcel here in Eastern Tennessee, which is Honey Acres Homestead. I really wish we would have taken this picture when we first moved here. We didn't, we just did the flyover, but so this is what it looks like today after we've already done some work. The first red circle you're seeing here, that's our goat run-in shed. It's a little bit small for all the goats we have now, so we have some plans in the works to build some barns in the future. The second circle, this is our chicken coop. We've got a video about building that. It's working out great so far. We're really happy with it. And the third red circle here, this is our Coil Barn. We absolutely love this building. It's working out great for what we're using it for. We're starting our seeds in the back of it, and we're raising quail in the front of it, and eventually we'll also use it for a rabbitry. These 3 yellowish orange circles, these are our burn piles. Yes, they are, one of them is quite large. We have some plans to possibly pull this wood off, get rid of the piles by sawing the logs and actually creating firewood. It's just burnt instead of just burning them. So that's what I'm really hoping to do. All right, so you see this brownish circle. This is going to be the continuation of our driveway. So our driveway is going to come up from the main road. It's going to wrap around the back side of the workshop. It's going to come all the way around the back side of the property, and then it's going to tie right back into the main road. So here we have a yellow line. That yellow line actually starts tomorrow. I don't know what day you're going to see this video. So it's actually starting on the 6th of April. And this is going to be a retaining wall, 106 feet long, and it's going to be about 8 courses tall. The first course goes in the ground, so it'll be about 5 feet or maybe a little bit more above the ground. This is going to control a lot of the water that's starting to move onto the house when it rains really heavily. We got about 9 inches here in the last week. So it's going to be able to have some good drainage to keep the water off of the base of the house. And I'm also going to be able to backfill and make a larger flat surface at the top for a garden, for the driveway, and just some workable space. So that is the green that you can see there, the lower and the upper green. That is actually going to be more level spaces. We'll have a little bit of a backyard there. We're actually considering having part of a slope there beneath the retaining wall where we'll grow some berries. And then the back green part will just be leveled off and nice workable space. The red that you're seeing are 2 barns that I've got ordered. Those will be being delivered the beginning of June. The square one towards the back of the property is going to be our buck barn. And to the left of the driveway when you're driving in, that is going to be the barn for the does. And then that blue spot that just showed up, well, that's my dream. I have always dreamed of living on a piece of property with a nice pond, and I'm going to put in a little pond right there. I'm going to get the ecosystem going, and we're going to stock it with crappie and probably some catfish to keep it clean. But I absolutely love crappie. My children love catching crappie, so we're going to put those in there. Depending on what part of the country you're in, those are called crappie or crappie. But either way, they're my favorite fish to catch, and so we're going to be stocking that with crappie, and I'm really excited about that. The tricolor section up towards the top right, that is going to be our tiered garden section. And so the land is a little bit uneven up there. I'm going to tier that off. I'm going to use railroad ties. We're going to turn it into a really nice garden section. And we have some big plans in works for our garden this year. And we have lots of seeds already started down in our seed and quail building. The purple that you're seeing right there, well, that is Melissa's dream. That is going to be our little vineyard. We've never had a vineyard. We've never messed with grapes. We had one muscadine vine at one time, but we're going to put some grapes in, some muscadines in, and just kind of mess around, see if we can get a vineyard started back there on the left side of the driveway as you drive on through. The white around the edges is our fence. So we will completely fence, at least my hope is to completely fence the property. And this will keep the deer off of it, and even bigger, it will keep the coyotes and foxes out. We've lost several chickens and a couple ducks to the coyotes. And I can't let Tansy, our livestock guardian dog, our Anatolian Shepherd, run freely on the property just because I don't want her to go onto other people's property and they might get scared of a large dog. So I want to keep her in, keep the bad guys out, and so we are planning to completely fence the entire property. The purple right there in front of the house, that will be a medicinal herb garden and cut flowers. So it'll look really nice as we drive in to the driveway, park in front of the house. Hopefully we'll put some raised beds in there and we will have really nice cut flowers and some medicinal herbs. Right there popping up behind the house is going to be a root cellar. I've talked with one person. He's come out here and given me a bid on it. We're kind of in negotiations right now on exactly how I want that to look and how we're going to build it out. But my goal is to put a root cellar there tying in to the retaining wall. I think it's going to work out really well, and I'm hoping to get that started here within the next 30 to 45 days. The large black square to the bottom right is actually going to be an RV pad. I've already pulled my septic permit. Hopefully we'll be getting that approved here within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be running electric over there, water coming in from our well. I'll be running the well line over there so that they have got fresh water, electricity, and septic. And I'm going to be putting in 3 RV pads, and then we may eventually allow, family could come and stay there over the summer, or we may do farm tours in the future, depending on how well Honey Acres Homestead actually does, and if anybody would even be interested in doing that. So that's in the middle of the woods down there. It's a nice little setting, and I'm really excited about putting that in. And the purple, right when you drive up the driveway to the left-hand side, is where we will be raising our meat chickens and have a complete aviary. I am working currently on some aviary netting ideas, and that's probably going to be 10 to 14 feet tall. And it's going to be quite a large section and taking up the entire front left corner of our property. We will be raising our white American Briseis, which is a meat bird that we absolutely love. And then we possibly will be looking to raise a few other breeds in there as well. And the blue line that you're seeing pop up is going to be the perimeter fencing for our goats. So that will keep the goats in their pastures, around their barns, keep them separated from one another so we don't have any accidental breedings taking place. And we'll be putting that fence in here very soon. That will be going in probably right around the same time that the barns are getting put in, the beginning of June.
Well, there you have it. Those are our plans. They are very ambitious and very grand plans, and who knows how long it'll take us to really accomplish all these things, but we're going to give it our best shot. And we've already started on this driveway, and we've also started to tackle these burn piles. So things are already starting to change around here. So stay tuned, as we will be keeping you updated as we tackle these projects, one project at a time, or maybe several at a time. But either way, we have some big dreams and some big goals to accomplish. So stay tuned, and thanks for spending this time with us here at Honey Acres Homestead.